welcome to the Teaching Corner. Today I wanted to share with you my little exercise routine that I do to help with my back. So several years ago I pulled my back out and I've had difficulties with it ever since. It had gotten so bad that for a while I wasn't able to sleep. And this past year I've had some physical therapy. I've done different types of like orthobiotomy. But this past year I started doing some core exercises every day to help strengthen my core because mine happens to be pretty weak, and it actually improved my back. And I was out of pain for quite a while, but with the pandemic happening and us being at home, I have stopped doing that. Even though I'm walking at a mile or so every day, I've noticed that my legs are getting stronger, but that's tightening up my hamstrings, which is pulling my back out of alignment, which is causing me some problems. So I want to show you my exercise routine in case this would help any of you. Remember, I'm not a doctor or a physical therapist. Always check with your doctor to see what you need to do. This is just what's helped me. So the first thing that I do every day is push-ups, and I'm only going to do a couple of reps of each of these for the sake of time, but I do push-ups, so you just want to be sure that you have a flat back and you're keeping your toes tucked in. If you're not to the point where you're strong enough to do that, you can do it on your knees. And again, you just want to keep that flat back. After I do that, I do what is called like side leg raises. So you just raise your leg up to the side, and I'll do 10 of those or 20 of those on each side. And then I'll do back raises, so you extend your leg to the back and you just lift it straight up. While you're doing this, you want to make sure that you keep your core tucked in, and I'll do that on both sides. And then after that, I'll bend my knee and raise them. And then finally, after I do 10 or 20 of those, I'll extend that leg for the same number of reps. So when I first started doing this, I could only do 10 of each of those exercises, and I've built up to where I can do 20. After I've done all of those exercises on both sides, one of the major things for your back is stretching. So I'll do, I think it's called the child's pose, but I'll do this, and then I'll put my hands behind me, which gives you a deeper stretch. And then this one, you have to be really careful because when I first started doing it, I couldn't do it. I was too tight. But you take one leg and put it out behind you and fold over in half. Put your hands down like this so you can rest your head, and then I'll do it on the other side. And then after I've done all of that, so I've done all this work on the front, then I'll go on my back and I'll do tricep raises. So that's where you kind of come like in a bridge position and raise your rear end in the air, and then you're going to just dip down so that you're helping to strengthen the backs of your arms. And then after I've done that, 10 to 20 times, I'll do bridges. So this is where you come on your back and you're going to raise your rear end in the air, and when you get to the top, you want to squeeze everything really tight. This is also a great time to practice your Kegels. And then when I'm finished with that, I'll usually do 30 bicycle crunches. So where you just bicycle your arms and legs and crunch like this. When I'm completely finished with that, I'll do my least favorite part, which is the stretching. So I'll fold in half this way and stretch. And I try to hold the stretches for like 10 seconds or at least like 2 deep breaths. And then I'll do a V-sit and stretch and go to the right and go to the left. And then finally I'll do butterfly, and I'll bring my toes together and then try to bend over. I hurt my ankle, so I have to be careful with this one. Sometimes I'll actually put my hands under my ankles and hold them because on the hard ground it can hurt. But what I found is this wasn't an immediate fix, but after doing about 10 minutes of exercises every day on my core for like 2 months, my back stopped hurting. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!